Hello everybody, it's Clarky's Closet again. This is Mark Clark, coming to you from Bowen Mountain, New South Wales, Australia. Up here in the Hawkesbury, above the Sydney Basin. And today, we're out of love again. Wasn't sure what I was going to do today, but I thought, well, do some more out of love songs. Let's all be miserable together, shall we? How are you all? As I always ask you, I hope you are well. That's not a question, it's a statement. I hope you are well, as always. Today, we're going to cover a bit of ground here in terms of years, because the first song was written, if not in 79, then in 1980, that is. Not when I was 80. Yeah, so I was about 19 at the time, and it makes you wonder, doesn't it, why people of that age would write such a song as the next one. My dad always really liked this song. It's very sad. I'll play it for you and you can determine for yourself whether you think it is, but it's quite a sort of a maudlin, very sad tale. I don't know why young people often think like this. I know I did, influenced by T.S. Eliot and all that sort of stuff. Nothing really matters. That was Queen, wasn't it? Bohemian Rhapsody, ran across the playground. Nothing matters. I can do what I like because in the end you die. Yes, but you have to live in between then and now, or now and then, I think. I'm not quite sure what I'm saying. Have a listen to this song. It's called There Was You.
I took our little Josie for a treat last Sunday. Took her to the zoo. She giggled at the lion as he cleaned his coat. Then he yawned. She went blue. She grabbed the air in childishness for warm hands that she knew, and finding one, she turned, and I swear, darling, why, there was you. I saw our little Michael score a goal last weekend. What a hullabaloo. It's where it was the only goal he'd ever scored. He roared till 2:30. Then at that time his friend grew sad. He hadn't scored 1, 2. So Michael stopped to comfort him, and darling, why, there was you. How well I know memory, the taste of your perfume, that wonderful charisma that I only found in you. I went and lay my body by your grave last Sunday. What a thing to do. I lay upon my elbow on your right-hand side, as I always used to do, and the smell of love in soft blankets the night I married you came flooding back in tears, and I cried, darling, there was you. Oh, my darling, there was you.
And my thanks to my daughter Imogen Clark for playing the piano for me in that one, since I cannot. The next song is called Sorrow is the Ocean's Oldest Song. And I've been on boats a couple of times and seen people say farewell to people, and it's always made me feel incredibly sad to think of all the water that is in between them once they leave. The reverse is true, of course, when they return, but this is a loss of love show and not a love show, so it has to be the former and not the latter that we're going to have a look at here. What happened was I started thinking about that, and then I thought of Helen of Troy, as you do. You know, you think about boats, you think about Helen and 1,000 ships that sailed to try and retrieve her, led by Agamemnon, was it? I always get mixed up. Menelaus, Agamemnon, all that. I get it mixed up. But you may well know who was jilted. I think it was Menelaus, wasn't it? And his beautiful wife went off with Paris. She went to Paris for a holiday, I guess. I love the fact that they talk about in the Greek mythology that she was bewitched. She could do nothing about it. Menelaus went out hunting. Her husband went out hunting. She had Hermione, or Hermione, I don't know how it's pronounced, her daughter in the crib. She buggered off with the young fella from Troy, this swarthy-looking young man who brought the sunlight in with him, and she could do nothing. She was completely and utterly bewitched. Either that or she just fancied the hell out of him. And her old man had been around for, I don't know, but I do know this. Once I started thinking about that, I thought about how sad it was for Penelope. Now, this is Ulysses' wife in the Roman, or Odysseus in the Greek. And, of course, we get the word Odyssey from Odysseus. He was away from home for 10 years trying to get Helen back, and then spent another 10 years trying to get back and was beset by all sorts of evils. And the first of these two was called the Iliad and the second the Odyssey, and, of course, written by Homer in about 800 BC, 300 years or so after the Trojan Wars. Anyway, Penelope must have been missing her husband terribly. It's a very good movie with Kirk Douglas in it that tells this tale. And I thought of that as well as I was writing the song. It's sung by Jessica Zamprogno, and my brother Julian is playing on the drums. The recording is slightly tinny. I had some problems with the 8-track. I couldn't get back to the original, and I had to try and EQ the one I had. Anyway, that aside, I think you will enjoy this. I'm quite proud of these lyrics too. This is called Sorrow Is the Ocean's Oldest Song.
Spartan Helen crossed the sea, 10,000 men she doomed to be. 10 years from home, their lovers calling, are you coming home soon? Penelope spent half her life, rise towards the eastern sky. For 20 years a widow she cried, are you coming home soon? So darling, are you coming home soon? For sorrow is the ocean's oldest song. And are you coming home soon? For farewell is the sea's emotion, known since time unknown. The ocean's desolate story, it is a tale of broken hearts, and each wave that breaks lovers one more wave apart. How many lovers' hopes have been dashed beneath horizon's rim? How many prayers have leapt out calling, are you coming home soon? So darling, are you coming home soon? For sorrow is the ocean's oldest song. And are you coming home soon? For farewell is the sea's emotion, known since time unknown. The sea is full of anger, which a calm wind won't betray. But a salty soul is born out of lover's dismay. Goodbye, my love, and fare thee well. Return to me your tales to tell. I'll make a garland for your hair, love. Are you coming home soon? So darling, are you coming home soon? For sorrow is the ocean's oldest song. And are you coming home soon? I pray the winds will bring you safely home. And are you coming home soon? For farewell is the sea's emotion, known since time unknown.
Yes, so thanks to Juz on drums and Jessica Zamprogno singing for me there. That was written in, somewhere in the 90s. It was written somewhere in the 90s, I know, because that's why Jessica's singing it. She was doing all my singing for me at that time. Recorded here up at Bowen Mountain, as were all of these songs. Apart from the earlier shows with Your System in them, a lot of these were recorded here at various times, or at Carlingford, where I lived when I was younger. This next one is also from the 90s, the second half of the 90s. It's a kind of a semi-reggae sort of a feel, not really reggae. Any reggae lovers out there, you'll hate this, but it's got a slightly different feel to songs I usually write. It's called She Turned Her Eyes Away.
Sometimes in your life the load gets heavy and the road runs into the night without an end, and the stars blaze in the sky without much pity is the way you go into the night without a friend. She turned her eyes away. She turned her eyes away. Do you close your eyes sometimes in the night to see your lady? Do you see and feel how it was and used to be? Where you go, turning your mind until it's crazy, is the way you go, walking a road which has no end. She turned her eyes away. She turned her eyes away. Do you close your eyes? Sometimes in your life the load gets heavy is the way you go into the night without a friend. She turned her eyes away. 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 Sometimes in your life the load gets heavy. She turned her eyes away. She turned her eyes away. She turned her eyes away. Turning your mind until it's crazy. She turned her eyes away into the night without a friend. She turned her eyes away.
That was written with Gabriel in mind. A love from my earlier life. The next one, Loss of Love, is The Morning Sunshine. Another one, I was kind of imagining a woman who no longer really loved her husband and was still with him, but she knew that she'd been with other men and she wasn't happy in herself about that. That's the sort of the background to it. It's a bit cryptic, I think, the actual lyrics themselves. But we used to do this with Your System, a slightly elongated version of it, actually, and Jason and Tony would play lead breaks, and it changed entirely. But I decided that rather than going with that version, I'd just keep it more simple as it was originally written. This found its way on to 40 Years Gone, which can be found on all the usual platforms, Spotify, etc., and was recorded a few short years ago. This is called The Morning Sunshine.
The morning sunshine, simple dreams and a pocket full of rhyme. The morning sunshine, we harbor lies and we seldom realize. Gave my lover a rainbow, but she dried her eyes and left the day to die. The morning sunshine, the morning sunshine, simple dreams and a pocket full of rhyme. The morning sunshine, we harbor lies and we sometimes realize. gave my lover a rainbow, but she dried her eyes and left the day to die. Morning sunshine, how you cried and cried, you realized that you had lied. The devil really let you know. He let you know the cost of lies, the peace of mind you left behind you somewhere in the snow. Then when you feel his weight on top of you, you wonder if he knows. The morning sunshine, simple dreams and a pocket full of rhyme. I gave my lover a rainbow, the morning sunshine.
That was recorded, as I said, just a few years ago on Pro Tools, which is what I've been using for some years now. As I've told you before, if you've listened to any of the earlier podcasts, I started off on 4-track, moved on to 8-track reel-to-reel, and then on to Pro Tools. And when I first got Pro Tools, I was quite happy using it. And then it changed, and I'm not brilliant at technology, not really. And I found that all these auxiliary sends and sort of complicated sounding things kept me away from sort of recording stuff for a little while. But there was one batch of songs, about 9 or 10 songs, that I did write in that period where I was having a bit of a lull because of the technology. And this one's called Mending Fences. And I was mucking around with the new sounds that I had access to. It's a little bit different to some of the other stuff I wrote, partly because of the difference in technology that I was using. But this one is, have a listen to it. I think it's a slightly different bent to my usual stuff. And this is actually the last one for today. Only got 5 songs for you today. And here is the last one, Mending Fences.
Everybody telling me it won't be long. Sing this song, won't be long. Everybody telling me it won't be long till you come to your senses. Everybody says it's just a matter of time. It'll be fine, matter of time. Everybody says it's just a matter of time till you come home. Won't be long till you come mending fences.
Got yourself a playboy and a length of rope, a cellar full of wine and dope. Screaming through the walls, how will the neighbors cope till you come home again?
Everybody telling me it won't be long. Sing this song, won't be long. Everybody telling me to sing this song till you come to your senses. Everybody says I gotta play it cool, don't be a fool, just play it cool. Everybody says I gotta play it cool, don't be a fool, play it cool, you'll come mending fences.
Got yourself a fella with a smile so bright, I'll be punching walls tonight, and I will sit and sweat beneath the silent night till you come home again.
Everybody telling me it won't be long. Sing this song, won't be long. Everybody telling me it won't be long till you come to your senses. Everybody says it's just a matter of time. It'll be fine, matter of time. Everybody says it's just a matter of time till you come home. Won't be long till you come mending fences.
Need a change, greater range, I feel caged.
She wrote,
can't you see, it's not you, it is me.
a note,
Let me go, you should know where there's trouble.
I go.
Can't you see, I must be completely away from you.
Everybody telling me it won't be long. Sing this song, won't be long. Everybody telling me to sing this song till you come to your senses. Everybody says I gotta play it cool. Don't be a fool, just play it cool. Everybody says I gotta play it cool. Don't be a fool, play it cool. You come Mending Fences.
Got yourself a party and a line of coke, some new friends and the great white coat, with everybody telling me don't give up hope, you will come home again.
Everybody telling me it won't be long. Sing this song, won't be long. Everybody telling me it won't be long till you come to your senses. Everybody says it's just a matter of time. It'll be fine, matter of time. Everybody says it's just a matter of time. You'll be fine, matter of time. You'll come home, won't be long. Play it cool, don't be a fool. You come Mending, you come Mending, you come Mending Fences.
Mending Fences. Yeah, I don't think many people do come back to mend the fence, do they? Once, what did my mum say? There's nothing deader than a dead love. I know what she means. Okay, you can't retrieve it, can you? It's gone. You know, the trust is gone. The bitterness grows. Since we're talking about loss of love. And speaking about loss of love, I think that's the end of the loss of love songs that I have. So you won't have to dry a tear from the side of your eye anymore. And so as we approach the end of Season 3, I think this is show 28, we've just listened to, and I'm out of love songs. I think I might play another mixed bag of songs for you next week. And in the meantime, have a look at markclark.com.au. I've got a new issue of a novel coming out too. Bye-bye.